We're talking about disclosing exculpatory evidence in Galveston, Texas. I'm Brian Foley with Galveston Criminal Defense and DWI Attorneys, PLLC. So that's kind of a lot of lawyer words. This means the state or the prosecution, the district attorney's office, the people that are trying to put a criminal defendant in jail, they have a duty to disclose all evidence that is good for the defendant, right? So the first thing we should talk about when we're talking about exculpatory evidence is the case of Brady versus Maryland. This is a U.S. Supreme Court case that decided the prosecutors, any prosecutor in the state or in the whole country really, they have this positive duty to disclose evidence. And if they don't do it, then it violates the Constitution. It's from 1963. And in Brady versus Maryland, the prosecutors had a confession from a co-defendant, and they withheld that. They withheld that from Brady's case. His lawyers didn't know anything about that confession, and they were never given a copy of it, never allowed to see a transcript, anything like that. So they reversed his conviction, said it was unfair for him to go to trial on that. So then in Texas, we had Article 3914, which said DA's offices had to give these things, but it wasn't until the Michael Morton Act, which reshaped how 3914 looked. Michael Morton was someone who was charged with murdering his wife. He spent 25 years in prison, and they found that the prosecutors hid a bloody bandana that had the DNA of the real killer on it. They hid that from defense attorneys, suppressed the evidence, and that led to the Article 3914 that we have today. And it puts a positive duty on the state. It means the state has to go try to find this exculpatory evidence. Not only can they not hide it, but they have a duty to preserve it, all those kind of things. And so it is really an important duty for a prosecutor to understand they have to disclose exculpatory evidence. So anytime they talk with a victim in a case, if the victim makes a statement that would be beneficial or is potentially impeaching or inconsistent, they need to make a copy of that and give it to defense. When I was a prosecutor, we used to record some of these calls. That way I could just give you the call. Here's what we said. Here's how they said it. And that was very helpful. So I hope this has been helpful to you if you're looking at discovery or learning about disclosing exculpatory evidence. If you're an attorney, you can always give us a call. Anybody who is facing a criminal charge, you give us a call. We'd be glad to help. But as always, these videos, you really need to have a consultation if you have a case. These videos are for educational purposes only. And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you can get our latest content. Thanks.